Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. I'm in the breezeway. I'm about to go out the front door and show you what I've been doing all week. Pretty much weeding. But we'll get to that and I'll show you how it's kind of sunny and bright. But I thought since this is going to be it's going to be kind of rainy all week, I think, and thunderstorms and stuff. I thought I might get out here and just show you what's happening and get some updates. So let's start over here by the lilies. See how big they're getting. Okay, we're taking a look at the lilies. They're growing up and they've got buds. And they usually get pretty tall before they actually bloom. Usually in June. So here in about 3 or 4 weeks, we should have some blooms on the lilies. And let's see, the pennies, they're starting to go away. They have been so gorgeous this year, but they've been rained on and it's been real hot and they're just losing their petals, but they were just a beautiful bunch. It still looked decent from a fall, when you get back a ways. You can't, some of them look pretty good. These look really good. You get close, you see they're getting a little weary too, but they've just been beautiful. So pretty. And my clematis, this bluebill clematis, I cannot wait to see what it looks like when it comes out. It has a lot of buds on it, just a ton. I'm thinking about getting something back here, like a shepherd's hook or something taller than this trellis, and enough to push this up so we can really see all the blooms. We'll just see what it looks like when it blooms out. So anyway, Simba's gonna escort us today, aren't you, Simba? Okay, I got my ivy out here, and I'm thinking about switching it out with the double impatiens pot. Put the double impatiens in here, see if it'll fit in that stand. It might, I'm not sure. I'll just have to see. But give the impatiens some room to grow bigger. And this is just one strand right now. And I may take it in. It just feels like it's not very happy out here right now. Let it get rooted in and maybe bring it back out. Because when you bring these outside and they get a little sun and stuff, they get really huge, beautiful leaves, and it grows pretty fast outside. And then I'll take it in. I take it in for the winter, and I keep telling myself I need to get a little stand for this, something to hold it up. I think it would do better than just laying on the ground. And I pulled everything from around it as much as I could, and it should get good sun. It loves the sun. My dahlia hasn't come up yet in here. Hopefully it will. I think it will. And I figured today it's supposed to be really nice and beautiful. But all this week, we're supposed to get rain and thunderstorms. So I thought today would be a good day to take a video. And this is it's a something foot. But I thought it would be pretty just hanging down on the arbor, because I may not have anything growing here. I did put in some vines here. It said it's cardinal red. And I think this this has grown pretty fast in my greenhouse, and it's putting on new leaves, so it should climb up. Just don't know how long that will take and how far it will get. It's probably like anything else, and it'll be bigger next year. Let's take a quick look. My alyssum is growing and blooming in here. I didn't put any alyssum in this one. I was going to, and I never did get around to it. I could throw some seed in there. Cactus is doing really well. It's really putting on some growth. And this is my tick seed, Coreospis. She's got tons of blooms on her. She's going to be really pretty. And I think it's a double. It's a double flowered Coreospis tick seed. And when the blooms die, just cut them off, snip them off, and it'll bloom all season if you keep the dead blooms off of it. It will bloom all season. It's very pretty. Okay, got a little bit of phlox over here. We're going to go dig some up out by the woods and bring some up here. I have a spot for them over there on the other side of the blue spruce, and it looks like something had sit there for a long time. So I thought that would be a good place to fill in with some phlox in the middle of the yard. And pretty soon we'll bring that forage up, and it'll go right over here. And I'll put this fire amaranth in it. Once this season starts getting warmer and more humid, this will really take off. It's already starting to take off on some of these. I had to it's been ate on a little bit, but I put some neem oil in there, sprayed some neem oil. It seems like it's doing a lot better. Because I think it was just basically ants. My new lilies I put in, they're not coming up yet, but we'll just leave them under there and let them grow whenever they get a chance to, I guess. And isn't this so beautiful? I love this color of purple. This is a verbena, and it just spreads. It'll spread all through here. And these just keep blooming, and then the blooms die, and then they rebloom. And oops, that may be kind of a new one. Don't want to be pulling something that's not bloomed yet. And this one, yep, that one's kind of gone. They pull out real easy. You'll know it when they're done. So yeah, I'm happy with this. It'll get a lot bigger this summer. And then I planted I always want to call it a grapevine. The sweet potato vine. I planted these by the tree stubs so they can crawl up it. I think that would be pretty. Then I'd have, the black vines going up the tree stumps, and the flowers in back, and hopefully the lilies will come up and bloom. I don't know if they will this year. It might take them another year. Don't ever give up on a bulb when you first put it in, if it's new to you. If it don't grow that first year, sometimes it'll take another year. Give it a year or so. Because I got them kind of late. In my opinion, I got them late, and I put them in late. They didn't get that spring weather much. So I have 21 dahlias coming up. I took my hoe and I pulled out the weeds with it, and I'm going to have to keep doing that because it's growing weeds back as fast as I pull them, they grow right back. But I'll keep it up, and eventually they'll go away. If you keep them pulled, the vine or whatever that grows it is the plant itself will die off. But there's 21 so far. I think there was 30, so we're getting close. And if not all of them grow, you know, it is just the nature of the beast. And I have the statice, and I have the, and you know what? It does this. It will hug the ground a little bit. The statice does before it grows a stem. So don't worry about that too much. If that happens, they kind of hug the ground a little bit on their main leaves. And then we have zinnias, and I have gazanias. Oh, that's not one, that's grass. That's a gazania. It's hard to tell. That's a gazania. You could tell because this has long leaves, and then it has a little leaf right up by the root. And yeah, I hope a lot of them make it. Yeah, this grew on new leaves, and this grew some new leaves, so they're doing fine. They got a ways to go to bloom, but by this fall or late summer, they'll be really pretty. And my salvia, it's growing up a little bit, little at a time, and I have some ranunculus. I don't know, hopefully it will bloom and be pretty up here. And then the pampas plume. These are pampas plume, and these are gomphrena. I found some at a nursery, and I'm like, oh, I need some of that. I love it. Once it gets up and it blooms, the little balls bloom, they stay bloomed, and if you put them in a bunch, it's so pretty. They just bloom, and they stay bloomed for the whole season. And if you cut them off and I dry them, I turn them upside down and put a string around them and let them dry out, they keep their color. And I have asters. I'm supposed to have cosmos in here and some poppies, and I'm not sure if I didn't put some echinacea in here. I'm thinking I did, and if I didn't, I should. Oh, these are growing. Yep, all on the line. These, I'm not sure what it is. It's probably, I don't know. It could be, I didn't tag them. I was out here and I had been working all day and I was just tired and I just didn't get them tagged. But that's okay. They're flowers, and it looks like they're doing very well over here. So I thought about putting a few more seeds of zinnias in here. They are a big plant, but I'm thinking about putting some seed in just in case some of them don't make it very well. So there you have it. Dahlias are looking good. I have a 300-foot hose that I brought over yesterday and watered, and it works great. But I'm thinking that I'm going to do a splitter on the faucet, and one of them is going to be long enough, and I'll put it in a container behind the cedar tree. That way I can pull it from there to out here. And then on the other one, I'll have the 100-foot for the vegetable garden. And all the all the little things I planted up front, or in back actually. Okay, let's go see what we have. And what I've done, I've been weeding for 3.5 days. And this is where I was thinking about putting the phlox. We're going to go to the woods. I don't know if you could see it. It's kind of dying down, but this is where I'm going to put the phlox, right here, because it looks like a circle that somebody had let something set for a while. So I thought it would be kind of a good place maybe just to tuck some in. Oh, it used to be a tree. That's what it was. Okay, let's go check out the garden. Now you can see where everything is without the weeds, because we couldn't hardly tell what was what. So I got most of the weeds out of there, and my line for this line of bell peppers, it's crooked, and it drove me crazy. And I'm like, I gotta put a tag because they're not very big yet. They are growing and doing pretty well, most of them, and that's okay. I don't know who needs 38 bell pepper plants, but that's what I had, so that's what I planted. So I took my tags, and yeah, they say different names on there, but this way I know where the plants are, and I'm not stepping on them, because when the weeds get bad, it's hard to tell. So I put a tag next to all of them. And this is a jalapeno. My tomatoes are doing very well. They're getting rooted in and becoming happy. I still have 12. I have it. And let's see. I have an acorn squash that's growing in here. And there's another one right there. And I have cantaloupe. I had some seed I harvested from a cantaloupe we had last year. And I just thought, oh, I'll just put a few in here and see what it does. The seeds didn't look that great, but look, they all came up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see, my nasturtium doing well. And the cucumbers, this one is just, only one came up. I think because I accidentally hoed into this a little bit a while back. But that's all right, because we have five hills, and that'll be plenty of cucumbers. Nasturtium is looking pretty. Pretty soon it'll be blooming. Cabbage is doing good, and the broccoli is doing very well. So very happy. And of course the peas, they're putting on some blooms. And the beans, they're getting tall. We've had a couple strawberries from our strawberry patch, and they are looking very big and healthy. Some of those leaves are so huge, so they are happy. I hand-picked all of the weeds out of here to keep the weeds from around them, and still there are weeds, but it's a lot better than what they were. And they're getting ate on a little bit, but they've got fruit hanging on, so I'm not going to spray it with anything right now. And I got a couple containers that I put out here, and this is a coleus that I that I grew, and I'm just like, you know what, I got to do something with it. I got a ton of it still. And this is really growing fast, very quickly. And then I put, I don't know, about 8 geraniums along in here. They don't like too much sun, but they get some shade over here. I'm hoping they'll do okay. And then I had some Coreospis that I grew. So I just put it in here, and hopefully it grows and becomes pretty. And then when it gets bigger, you can dig it up and put it anywhere. It's pretty hardy, and it doesn't hurt it to move it if you want it in different spots, because it'll grow more. You know, it's not real invasive, but it'll grow more. And then we have the grapevine. It's looking really good. I think it's looking good. And the horseradish. Horseradish is getting big. I may pull some, see what they look like. And these vines are everywhere. Everywhere. I'll try to get them by the root if I can. Gotta stop and weed. Because they kind of wrap around the stems, which isn't good. Okay. I can weed forever and it still would come up right behind me. There we go. And then I put some salvia out here. And I did plant some teddy bear sunflowers in here, and I don't know if there's any sign of them. We'll just see. I'll just let it grow up a little bit and see if I see anything that looks like a sunflower plant. So anyway, I'm gonna be picking asparagus. I'll probably wait till tomorrow. I don't know, I might get some of the bigger ones, because the sooner you get them, the more tender they are. That's about it, you guys. That's about it. Right, Zimba? I have my Brussels sprouts in here. They're getting ready to get put out probably in a couple weeks. First week of June. Can't believe it's going to be June already, here pretty soon. So, some of the flowers that I got at the nursery the other day, like the Persian shield, and let's see what else I get. I got some more manus. And this beautiful coleus is amazing. It's so pretty. And I had these in another container, and I scooted up next to it. I'm like, that's kind of pretty. So I put them in there I put the Dusty Millers in there with it. So, and then this coleus. And that coleus, and I had to bring him here because it was so windy yesterday. I didn't want him to die. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye. One more thing. I put calendulas in here. I seeded this with calendulas, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. and they're popping up. Yay. All right, you guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.